Under the right objects in your backyard, you might be able to find snakes. Today, we're looking for 3 of North Carolina's subterranean snakes to show you how to catch snakes in your backyard. My name is Spencer and welcome to Can I Catch It? Today, we're here in my backyard in central North Carolina and we're looking for the 3 elusive subterranean species of snake that call this area home. It's fall in North Carolina. As the searing temperatures of summer subside, my backyard begins to teem with all sorts of new species of life. Subterranean creatures that could not survive the summer heat begin to emerge and become active. In October, creepy crawly creatures that were rare sights back in June are now almost common, and the trick to seeing them is simply flipping over the right debris. Right over here, we've got a lot of extra tin laying around. And the thing about tin is it's a great place to look for snakes, but since no one's been using it, I've been actually taking pieces of this tin and spreading them out into the woods, hoping to attract some different species of snake. So today we're heading out, and I'm gonna be flipping over these pieces of tin, and we're gonna see if we can find any cool snakes. Our first target is the Decay's brown snake. These guys are by no means a rare species here in North Carolina, but due to their elusive subterranean nature, they are seldom seen above ground. The few times that I do see these snakes, I'll see them dead or crossing the road. But if I want to find a nice sized Decay's brown snake, my best shot is under tin. I'm gonna have to be cautious. At this time of year, tin is also a great spot that copperheads like to hide under. And it's due to this selection of habitat that a lot of Decay's brown snakes are often mistaken for baby copperheads and killed on sight. A closer look usually reveals that these guys look nothing like their venomous counterparts, but unfortunately, most people will kill the snake, then ask questions later. Let's go ahead and get flipping and see if we can find our target brown snake. When it comes to flipping tin, and this really goes for any kind of debris you might have laying around in your backyard, there are a couple rules that you need to follow. First and foremost, copperheads love to make themselves comfortable underneath debris like this during the day to hide from the hot sun. So what you want to do when you're flipping over these pieces of tin, boards, any kind of debris you have in your backyard, you want to make sure that you are very careful. Now what I like to do is I like to follow this certain rule. Never put your hands or fingers anywhere where you cannot see them, especially in areas where there might be venomous snakes. So what I do when I'm lifting tin is I sort of, you see how it's flimsy? I sort of push my fingers against the edge here so they have a grip, and they're not underneath the tin where they can go into harm's way. And then I simply use that grip and lift up and see if anything is underneath a piece of tin. There is nobody home here but some worms, but we're gonna keep looking, and sure enough, we'll probably find something. All right, so here's our main pile of tin. I'm actually planning on moving a lot more of these out into the woods. See if I can attract any more snakes during this fall. But take a look and see if anything has taken a direction. Decay snake. Look at you. Hey, bud. He's not so happy about this. Oh, he's gonna escape. Gonna escape. This is actually. Look at you. Oh, he is stinking, man. He is really stinking. These guys have probably the worst musk of any snake. I've heard that, and I agree. He smells like rotting meat or something. Now this is actually one of 2 of the only live Decay snakes I've ever seen. Usually I find these guys dead on the road. Next on our list is probably one of the weirdest snakes you can find here in North Carolina, the eastern worm snake. These elusive fossorial species get their name from the fact they look exactly like worms. During the summer months, these guys are going to be deep underground where it's much cooler. But now that it's fall, we stand a great chance at finding them closer to the surface. Worm snakes can be found in rotting boards and pretty much under any kind of debris, especially if that debris hides a lot of invertebrates. These snakes love to eat worms and soft-shelled arthropods, all of which tend to congregate underneath various pieces of debris out here in my backyard. All right, let's have a look under here, shall we? Oh, a worm snake. Look at you. Bitty worm snake. Nice. Little bitty eastern worm snake here. He's whipping all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen one be this active, and he's, wow, he is really going crazy. Look at that, he musked again. He's musking all over the place. That's disgusting. Oh. And he's stabbing me with his tail. He does not want any part of this. All right, buddy, you're all right. You're not gonna be eaten. You're okay. I don't eat snakes. I'm gonna probably put this guy back down. Worm snakes can be a little feisty, as you can see here. I've never actually seen this before, but usually they're super docile. But this one is not happy with being picked up. Generally though, they're not really a threat to you. Worst they can do is poke you with their little pointy tail, which they usually use to pin down earthworms underneath the ground. And that's their main food. They're called worm snakes, not just because they look like a worm, but because they actually eat worms. And look at him, he is just going all over the place. He is not happy. Well, I've never seen a worm snake be this like active on camera. Usually they're kind of like, oh, I'm picked up, I'm gonna go limp. This guy's going crazy. It's incredible. All right, buddy. Back in the ground, go ahead. How fast he goes. What we're interested in is over here. There he is. I saw him go. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Oh, he's so brilliantly colored, and he is musking on me too. That's wonderful. Now this guy is a southern ringneck snake. Absolutely gorgeous. This might be the brightest colored one I've ever seen before. Bright orange ring on his neck and really brilliant orange belly. That is incredible. And he feels so much different than the worm snake. Worm snakes actually have really rough scales on their body. The ringnecks are really smooth. And fun fact, both of these two snakes are actually mildly venomous, but none of that venom will work on humans. They're both rear-fanged and have really small mouths. I think probably the weirdest thing about this snake is its coloration. This snake spends most of its time underground or underneath stuff, and yet it has these really bright colors which scream aposematic. It looks like warning coloration, but these guys are almost never seen above ground. So I'm not sure why go to the length to have these really bright colors if you're almost never seen, but clearly isn't hurting this guy. All right, time to let the little guy go. First thing I'm gonna do is flip the tin back the way you found it, so you don't accidentally crush him when you put it back. And then we're simply gonna release him back underneath the tin. Set him down, and we'll go right back underneath. Remember to always leave the environment the way you found it. Even if you don't find something now, a future snake or some other creature could move in underneath the objects. So you want to always put them back and keep the habitat as pristine as you can. We had some absolutely incredible encounters today, and I'm so glad that I was able to share these snakes with you. If you like Can I Catch It, check out the link on your screen. I hope to see you there, but until next time, don't forget to get outside and find your own adventure.